It's been a very busy and exciting day here in Washington. I just returned about an hour ago back to my office after being at the EPA, where President Trump, Vice President Pence, Secretary Perry, Secretary Zinke, and Minister Pruitt were there, as well as 20 coal miners from Ohio and Pennsylvania, making remarks and announced that today really does mark the start of a new era in American energy production, in American job creation. That message was very loud and clear coming from our president. This executive order calls for an immediate reevaluation of the so-called EPA Clean Power Plan. It lifts job-killing restrictions on the production of oil, natural gas, clean coal, and shale energy, and it also returns power back to the states where it belongs. By issuing this executive order, President Trump is reducing these unnecessary burdens, these regulatory obstacles on American jobs, on American energy production, and by doing so, it will direct the EPA to suspend, revise, or rescind the Clean Power Plan that is stifling American energy industry. As I think about energy security, I believe, is absolutely central to both our national and our national security as well as our economic security. When you step back and look at what's going to happen in the next 30 to 35 years, going out to 2050, the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, in fact, she spoke at our energy summit in Billings last spring. Global energy demand is going to increase by 84% by 2050. A lot of that growth will occur in China. The good news is America leads the world in fossil fuel resources. We're number one. Number two is Russia. Number three is Saudi Arabia. Number four is China. And number five is Iran. So when you look at that list, as we think about our economic security, our national security, and frankly, the entire security of the world is much safer if America is not just energy independent, but if America is energy dominant. And we have that opportunity before us. And these actions the president took today will allow us to stay on that track, given that we are the world's leader in fossil fuel resources. For example, Japan is replacing their 54 nuclear reactors that they had as a result of the 9/11 quake that happened in 2011. That quake and the Fukushima reactors are being decommissioned and replaced with 45 coal-fired plants. Japan is moving towards coal-fired technology. In fact, there are 2,400 coal-fired power plants planned or under construction today around the world, and 2/3 of those are in China and in India. So from an environmental viewpoint, the world will not only be safer if America continues to dominate in energy, but the environment will be cleaner if led by the U.S. because more made-in-America energy under common-sense regulations, we do it cleaner and better than anybody else. And to allow American innovation to continue as we develop cleaner coal technology with better carbon capture and so forth, we're better off with us leading than ceding that leadership to China or India or the rest of the world. On December 6th, looking back in time, I wrote a letter to the president. I asked for this very regulation to be reversed. And I can tell you this is a huge relief for many Americans and for many Montanans. As the University of Montana study showed us, the EPA power plan would result in over 7,000 jobs lost, $145 million of lost tax revenues, $500 million of economic activity. This is critical for our state, particularly as we're staring at budget shortfalls right now in Helena. This is good for the short and importantly for the long-term economic prosperity and security for our state.